Oh, hi guys. I'm sorry I've been missing. I've been missing in action. My plan is to post at least every Wednesday and Friday. And yes, I know I've been missing. And as you can probably tell, it's really cold. And it's been like that temperature up and down and up and down and up and down. So, what are we doing today? Today I am gonna continue to make some little notebooks and some little journals of scraps, and also from the watercolor dyed papers that we did. I don't know what to call it. Watercolor painted, they, they have watercolor paint on them to make them different colors. We're not gonna need this. Putting that away. So I'm gonna start by, these are the same size, so I'm gonna start by finding papers for these two. Oh, I hope you guys have it warmer than I do. My hands are so cold. I have some coffee here, but I put milk in it and it gets cold too fast. Still tastes good though. Let me ask you a question. Are you a coffee drinker or a tea drinker? I feel like a lot of people think you need to be either or, but I'm both. But I really need my coffee every day. I don't need tea every day the same way. So let me see here. I want them to be okay. So I'm checking. So here is the fold line. So I'm checking the front cover, and I'm going slightly inside. So I'm about 5.5 centimeter. What's that? That's just over 2 inches, right? Yeah, just over 2 inches, almost like that. And we're gonna need height approximately 7.5. If we want it slightly smaller, we can go, yeah, 7.5 will be okay, because I'm usually put stuff on the outside of the papers so that sticks out. So to make the papers a lot smaller than the cover is a smart thing for me to do. I hope you guys are having a lot warmer and nicer weather than I do. I think I need to write this down, because when I'm talking and working at the same time, I kind of forget what I'm doing. So what did I say? I said 5.5 times, let me see, 5.5, yes, times a bit more than 7.5, 7. Well, 8 is max 8, so 7.5 ish is good. Okay, so then I need, since we're gonna fold the papers, so this is from a notebook. This is one of the, I don't know how I did this, because I did it with watercolor, and when I dried it, it became like this. I got that on a few other pieces too, and I don't know what I did. I wish I knew, because this is so cool. Look at that. That is so cool. I love it. I love it. I love it. So since we're folding them, this 5.5, we need that obviously doubled, so we need 11. So we need this to be at least 11. Now this is from a notebook, so this is going to be this size, and it's going to be, slightly higher, but I think it's going to fit nicely in there. So I'm going to use that one, and I have this pad of scrap, but I think I'm going to start by using these scraps. Let me put these aside. We don't need the covers right now. These are from a notebook, and it's taken out, and it's still together, I guess. These are not. So these two, I think I'm gonna fold this way and check the size. Kind of need to put it down. It's difficult to do. I find it kind of tricky to do sitting this far away. I kind of want to look right on top of it, but it's kind of, there we go. So that's one, and this is, I wonder if I can make two? 14, yeah, I can take this in half, actually. Where is that? That is about that line there, is about half-ish. About, approximately, maybe. Yeah, I'm super precise when I'm crafting. Super precise. You gotta be that super precise, don't you? Right? Oh, my nose is sniffling. There we go. And I'm almost out of firewood. That is kind of nervous. Yeah, something like that, maybe. Maybe. Oh, there we go. There we go. So now we have a few pages here. This one is gonna need some. It's gonna need to be smaller. So approximately there. And this is the time where you use your mat if you want to. So I'm lining it up with the spines with that back, and where I want it to go off, I do this, and I put the ruler here. Sometimes I'm fuzzy about it, and sometimes I'm not, and I'm lining up the lulel. Yes, the lulel. Let's line up the lulel. Let's words. So hard. So hard. Why do we have them? I don't know. I don't know. I think I'm going to keep these for backgrounds when I do stuff. These are really nice to put like background. You have one solid color paper, like you put a white paper underneath, and then you have this, and then you put like the image. Let's grab some. Do I have an image lying here around like that? And that's a really nice contrast. So I'm gonna keep these book pages, put those aside, but here we have, this one has perforated stuff, and it's kind of, no, we're not gonna use these either. These are all memberships card from you know, 1990s something. This is just a little bit of scrap. This will be perfect. Putting that in there. Putting these aside too. This one is slightly stiffer. What did I say I needed the width to be? 11, right? Yeah, 11. So we could make, it's almost 2, so it's 20, so it's 10. Yeah, we can do that. So we're gonna do, first we're gonna do this. And then I'm grabbing a scissor. Now you can cut this way, but when you do that, you're gonna have a slight bend at the end of the paper. So what I prefer to do is cut off the whole fold like that. Then you have flatter edges. Just a little tip, just a little tip. And I'm gonna fold this. These are pretty sharp corners. Maybe we do a little bit of this. A little bit of that, a little bit of that. Actually, you know, these are not exactly folded right, so let's do it on all 4 sides like that. And like that. Come on. Come on. There we go. And we're folding this in half. I'm just trying to find enough papers, you know, to nicely fill up these 2 covers. That's what we're doing right now. Saving this is saving, this is saving. All the long. I'm not gonna use these. No, I don't think. Use that one. We can use that one. The others are a bit too slim. This is also one of those membership cards. It looks so cool. That, and I'm using these for pockets or tags or something like that. These are also kind of too small. This could, let's save that. Let's use this one. This one is a good one. What did I say for height? I said 5.5. This is about 10. So we could actually make it smaller and then get 2 height-wise. What do we have this way? Actually, we could do this. Okay, so I said 5.5 for height, right? That's what I said. I know I wrote it down. Oh goodness, this is me in a nutshell. This is me in a nutshell. I wrote it down and I put it aside so I would know, but where? I'll be right back. I'm done. I can just measure it again instead of searching. Okay, so this was almost 8, 7.5, 8. So let's, yeah, 21. So make it 7. Then we have 3 pages out of this one. So for once, I'm gonna measure actually. So I'm taking my little pen and I'm gonna go 7 and 14. And we're going on this side. And we're gonna go 7 and 14. So let's line up the ruler and a ridge, and we fold it in half. And I think we have a pretty good paper. It's gonna be a pretty nice size. Yeah, I like that. That's good, right? And let's get 2 more. 2 more. There we go. So you don't need to use like full papers. Use your scraps where you can. Make small notebooks. Make like, there's a lot of little nice things you can make with scrap paper. And you don't always have to make what they're called. Now I see the measurements. It's right there. I can hold things and lose them at the same time. Book pages we're saving for other things. So let me rummage around a bit here. We have some tabs and we have some strips. Oh, this one will be nice. Is it? Yeah. And yeah, we just fold this. Now I don't usually measure at this stage that much. I just kind of eyeball it. I'm just trying to be slightly more proper here with you guys. And at least do a little bit of measuring. How is the new year treating you so far? How's 2025 treating you so far? This could be really nice. We use that one. That could be actually kind of fun if we do it this way. No, yeah, that's just more. So 2025 so far has not been great, but usually it's not great this time of year for me due to the temperature fluctuation, and it's getting worse every year. So the people who say that climate change isn't a thing, go F yourself. I'm sorry, but that pissed me off. Our family has been doing a diary. They have these like 5 and 10-year diary where you every day fill in weather and kind of a little bit of what you've been doing and stuff like that. And I can really see a difference. Plus, I can see the difference in flora and fauna. Like animals and birds and stuff that normally isn't this far north are all of a sudden up here. And this has started in the 80s, but the rate that it's going now is scary. It's scary. It's going so fast. You can see year by year it's going so fast, and it's terrifying. Oh no, let's not use that one for these. I have a lot of book pages in here, so let's see what we can. Oh, this will be good for pages. And this one. Let's see what else. We have envelopes here. We can use one of these. No, not that one. This one. We can use this one. Oh, here we have a lot more. Oops. So, like badgers, we didn't used to have badgers up here. They are coming up here now. Deers didn't used to go this far up north. They came here in the 80s, I think. We started to see them. And, you know, the winters are shorter but colder. They get colder dips. We used to have cold winters before too. But then summers, it gets wetter every year. We get less and less sun and more wet. I think, how about this? And that's something I didn't know about climate change, is that different regions, it affects different regions of the world differently. So our northern regions, we get warmer summers, and that I've seen, and wetter summers, and that I've also seen. So I'm thinking, where did I put the measurements? Oh, they drowned again. They drowned again. Okay, so 5.5, and this is folded. So I'm first gonna cut off the edge here. Where's all my knives? There we go. So I didn't realize that climate change would affect different regions differently. So for us up here, it's gonna be a lot wetter, and the winters are gonna get colder and the summers are gonna get a lot warmer. And yes, I've seen that. And it's scary. It's really, really scary. So we have 5.5 there. And we have 5.5. And I'm doing centimeters for those of you who wonder. There we go. I can't flip it over because I have inches on this side. But I feel centimeters makes so much more sense. It's like always 10. If you wonder what that means, it's 10 millimeters is a centimeter. 10 centimeters is a decimeter. 1 decimeter is 10. 10 decimeters is a meter, and so on. So it's always like 10 increments of 10. What did I say? Height. I said approximately 5.5, 8, 7.5, 8. I'm sorry. So what's the best way to? So if we go 8, no, we need to cut off that part there that is not put together. So we need to cut about there, because this is, we can use that for other things. So what do we have here? We have, oh, let's go approximately 7-ish. No, what am I doing? 7, 7, 14, 8, 8. Yeah, let's go. Let's go with 7.5. That's nice. Let's go with 7.5 and 15. Talking and doing measuring at the same time isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Also, my ruler, I can barely see. Some of the places here I can barely see the lines. I can actually see it better on camera than in real life, which is kind of interesting. There we go, and there we go. And I use this for something else. So here we have 2 more pages with that from the envelope. And shall we do, let's do some more of this. So what did I say about heights? It's 7.5-ish. Yeah, 7.5. Let's go with that. Let's go with 7. No, 7.5. Let's do 7.5-ish. 7.5-ish. How do you like my measurements? 7.5-ish. Are you like really, you know, what's it called? Really, what's the word I'm looking for here? Help. When you measure everything and everything has to be super straight and very particular. Is that the word I'm looking for? No, I don't think so. I don't think that's the word I'm looking for. Oh, we're gonna have that fun thing going on. Okay. Well, we can work with that. We'll work with that. Okay. So if we actually rip out the lid just for funsies, like that. And we're gonna do this. This is another way to do it. So let's put it. Oops, sorry, that did not go well. Fine. Let's use these for collage or tabs or something like that, and let's use this for that. There we go. So now we have that. Maybe I should do some rippage here too, just to make it kind of like that. That could be fun. So what do we have now? We have this. We have one of these. We have, I want to use the top part there because I like that. This is from an old address book. So let's use that, and we can use this. So this time I'm picking kind of the top and going from there to see which ones I need to cut off lengthwise. Actually, I don't think we have enough paper yet. These have quite a wide spine. I could make 2 signatures, but I'm not sure I want to. I don't wanna. Yeah, these are not enough. Now these I'm gonna fold in, so I'm gonna leave them alone. I'm just checking how much I have. This is not the way it's gonna be in the book. I'm just checking how much I have here right now. So size doesn't mean that it goes faster. And I hear some people, oh, it's so small. Why do you have to pay this and that? But it still takes a lot of time to put papers together. It's still sometimes even harder because it's fiddlier when it's smaller. Something like that. So let's see. What did I say? 7.5, 8-ish. So I need slightly smaller than this one. So I'm actually gonna go in with the knife, I think this time. Just gonna make it slightly smaller. Something like that. There-ish. Something like that. And let's check. I think that could be good for one of them. Number of pages. Because these are going to get folded in, so they're going to bulk up. And I'm also going to mix the paper. So we need about the same amount more in papers. So these smaller ones, I'm going to keep. These I'm going to throw away. Look at me throwing stuff away. Yay! So I'm going to get some more papers, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now I think we have enough papers. So I'm just going to try and mix them nicely. We have 2 books now. So I'm just going to kind of mix them up nicely into 2 piles. 2 piles and also 3 fingers. Yay! So let's go with that for one. And I think I have more of that. Let's do this for a start for the other. And let's go white. Let's go green. Green. Upside down. No, thank you. Let's go another one there. It's just, it doesn't have to be the same in both at all. So there are approximately the same number. I'm tempted to make 2 signatures for each. But no, I think I'm going to stick to 1. We'll see how it looks. We'll see how it looks. So I'm taking turns putting papers in. Each one. Is it right way up? Yes. like I said, you don't have to make them like look the same or anything like that at all. It's more number of pages, because these are made the same way. They both have 1 centimeter spine. So I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do here. Putting them the right way up and so on with the papers the way I want them. I want them roughly up. And I want them roughly up. Come on. Open up. And let's do this. Oops, this one. Let's do this one here. We need to fold those down. Leave this aside for now. I mean, you can use paper clips or something to help you with this if you want to, but I don't feel the need to. I want to fold this in approximately like that and like that. So there we have that and that. And since it's very bright, I'm going to put a white paper in there. I feel this is going to be quite thick. I might have overdone it, but I usually do, so nothing new but there. Nothing new about that. Let's do this one. Actually, I want it the other way around. I want it that way. Just because. And I want this one in that way too. And this one goes that way. And I want to put... So now I'm holding them apart like that. Just easier to hold. Let's use some more white. This is gonna be packed. I'm feeling it. It's gonna be thick. I like that. How are we doing now? Like that. It's probably enough pages, so let's put in some more. Yeah, I know. I like my journals thick, so you have some place to put a lot of stuff in. Have you seen my junk journal? The one I'm using? Oh goodness, it's thick. I find junk journals are a really smart way to... I'm a note person. I write notes everywhere, like little memory thingies. And I find junk journals are a really great catch-it-all. You know, you just put it in and you just... Everything is... I want the white there. Come on. I will put this one there. I think I'm done. Should we put a white in the center of each? No. Yes. No. Yes. No, this is enough. This is enough. We have a few more whites, but we can use those for scraps. There we have them. So one of them is going in this one. And one of them is going in this one. I think that would be nice. I think that would be nice. So let me get some needles and hole punches and stuff like that. Hello. Okay, so now I have the pages in the order that I want them. So now I'm gonna go over them, check that they're all the same way up, and checking where I want them, because some are smaller than I need them to be. So sometimes I want them on top, sometimes I want them on bottom, sometimes I want them in the center. So I'm just gonna flip through here now. I already done the other one, and so I'm starting from the center, and I'm taking this one and I'm placing it where I want it for the next one, and then I move those two to where I want them on this one, and so on. I think I need to move this because I'm shading myself. Move my lights a bit. Let's see, where are we? We're here. Okay, so I want that kind of centered. I think I want this at the bottom. So I'm moving that one there. And I think I want this kind of centered so you can see both of those previous ones. Yeah, I like that. And I'm moving this somewhat center-ish. And same, that one's a good place. Actually want something else there. I think I'm gonna do a flip these two, because I felt this one and this one was a bit too similar for my taste. And that's the kind of thing better to check now. Takes a bit longer, it's a bit boring to do this, but you know, will help with your end result. Yeah, I want that at the bottom. And I'm moving here. Yeah, I want this the other way around actually, so let's do that. And I want that to be at the top there, so you can kind of see some of this stuff. No, I don't actually. Do I want that? No, I want it. Let's put it center-ish so I can see the other paper. That way the edges stands out, because I think the edges of that one is really cool. Center-ish. Since I'm not too bothered that, I want the other way around. There we go. Something like that, maybe. I want that on top, just because I would do. I'm gonna change things up a bit, and let's do that. And this one kind of center-ish. The thing about moving them up or down is that they catch differently in the stitches, and also gives a bit more interest. And also, if you put everything at the bottom, it tends to be very bottom heavy, so it makes these lower holes a bit more tricky to handle. If you don't put some on the top too. So let's see there, and we have this one. So, and checking that everything is the right way you want them up and down. So that there is what I want. So I already put a U for up, and the same on this one. Now comes the part that I find, and maybe others too, most tricky. It's to press them down towards the fold and clamp it. The other one was trickier. Let me just clamp this side too. This one was a bit trickier because the middle one is smaller, so the clamps kind of don't reach. Now, since I only have one signature for this one. Now, first off, I'm marking a center line on this, so I know this is 1 centimeter, and I'm really trying to find the spine here, because it can be tricky to where I'm gonna measure. So I'm just gonna find, since we have one signature, I'm just gonna do one center line here. Tricky to pick up rulers, and oh, I cannot see this one. It's actually, if I lean a bit, I can see it. Yeah, I need a new metal ruler, that's for sure. And there. So this is my center line, and along this line is where I want my holes. So now I already made the holes for this one. This one I chose a 5-hole pamphlet stitch because the center one is so small, so I made 5 there. Now this one I'm just going to do 3, because the outside one and the inner one is pretty much the same size, so I don't need to make 5. So I'm just gonna go 3. So, and I'm gonna do it slightly differently than I normally do. Actually gonna flip it this way. So first off, I'm gonna see where the center is on this one, and I'm gonna move the ruler so the center is there-ish. And then I'm just gonna check 2 centimeters. Let's go 2.5 this way, and 1, 2, 1, 2.5. Can I see that line yet? So those are my 3 holes. Now, there are a few ways now that I can do this. I'm going to make the holes first. There we have one hole. And I'm actually going to make these slightly bigger because it's quite thick load of papers. You don't really think how thick it is because they're so small, but it is a lot of pages in this one. Come on, let me through. There we go. Now, there are a few ways you can do this. Either you can take this one, place it where you want it, and mark where you want the holes from these holes. So you can make like holes marks through them. Let me grab the... Where are all my sharp pens? So I see where the fold is and I see where the line is. And I kind of check so it's centered on the cover, and you kind of mark holes through it. So you can just mark with this. Or you can measure, because now we measured, so we know center 2.5 centimeters, center 2.5 centimeters. So I can check where the center is for this one. And it's really hard to see in this light, and also because the ruler is a bit tired. So that's where the... Oh, that wasn't a pen. Where is the center line? There's the center line, and I want the center this way. So we have a 4 there, and we have 2.5 centimeters. So 1, 2.5 there, and 1, 2.5 there. Now this can go very wrong, but since I only have one signature, I'm not going to do anything very special with these. These are not going to be for sale or anything like that. These are not going to be very, you know, I'm not too picky with these guys. This is just a fast, easy way. Now, I can make the holes, put these over here and make the holes through here if I wanted to, but I'm just going to do this. And we're going to go, kind of hard to see when the leaf is right there. So there we go. So now I have my three holes. And I'm actually going to make them slightly bigger. There we go. There we go. And now I need a string and we need a needle. Putting this stuff away. Look at me putting stuff away. Yes, I carried the needle to another room because I was making another journal. I'll be right back. Okay, so I have my string on and I'm actually going to go from the inside this time. I know I've been doing a lot of fun sewing where I started at the top or bottom or something, but I'm going to start from the center. Actually, it moved, so I need to, there it is. I need to kind of remake the holes, make them bigger. Just to make this easier on myself. And when I go from inside out, you're going to have these pokey outy things when you're pressing through. And they're going to be bigger if you don't have anything underneath. If you have like styrofoam or something underneath, you don't get as big like pokey outy thingies. Pokey outy thingies. So I'm checking the U is there and the U is there. So this is the right way up. So I'm just double checking everything. And we're going in through the center there. And now we're going to do a little figure 8. So we're going up this next hole. Going in. And we're going out the top hole. Going out. Oops. There we go. So now we've gone out, in, out. And we're looking at the back here. So this part here is empty. So that is our next hole. We're going over here. Going in through this hole. And we're skipping the center one. And we're hopping to the bottom. Doing the next hole, and let's see, yeah, there we are, that's the hole, and we're going in again from the bottom hole here. So I'm moving kind of so I can see where I'm going. There we go. And I'm going in here. Out. And since we see here that this part here is empty, so that's the next hole. And try to get, so you see this one is coming out on the side of this hole, on the side of this one. So I'm trying this time when I'm coming out to go on the other side. I'll show you better in just a little bit. So there. So you see you have this center line, and this starting thread is on one side and we are coming in on the other side. That way we tie a knot around it. So we tie around this center one, this one. So we have one on each side of it. And I'm just checking. Oh, this one is not tight at all. So I'm tightening it a bit. It's still a bit too loose for my taste. But I don't want it too tight because for this one we have so many pages. So I don't want it super tight. So I did a single knot. Checking the outside. I want it a bit tighter. I always seem to do them slightly too tight. And I pull upwards, and there we go. There we go. That's enough for me. And I'm going to do a third knot. Shoops. There we go. So now we're cutting these strings off. I'm going to leave them fairly long because I like to tie a bit knot around if I put beads on them. So we have this one. And now comes the tricky part. Yeah. Not really. Not really. So I just go over, take a few pages and just smush and smoosh it down, press it down. You can use your bone folder, your butter knife, the back of your scissor, depending on what scissor you have. Just something that's not sharp. Now, butter knife can be sharp on this edge, so that's why I'm pulling towards me with the sharp edge that way. Or you can use like the shaft of it, but I like these plastic butter knives. And here we go. It's quite a pile of. Now I'm going back to the center and doing the same thing the other way around. Doing a few pages. Few pages and smushing. I'm going to show you on the other one what it does if you don't do this, and I'm going to show you the difference why I do this. It's just making it easier on yourself. And here we go. And here we go. Oh, we did put quite a lot of pages in here. There we go. So now we have this. Not exactly in the center, I notice. Yeah, kind of. Yeah. And don't worry about this. We're gonna fix some of this and adjust a little bit. Let's sew in the second one. So I'm gonna do the same thing here, but it's just 3 holes. So I'm gonna start in the center. Because if you start from the outside, you end on the outside. If you start from the inside, you end on the inside. Just a little memory thing. Where you start your journey is where you end up. Tricky to find the holes when it's such heavy pattern fabric on the cover. There we go. Let's see. And don't let go of this one yet, because when you do the 3-hole one, it's very easy to kind of loose the ends. Just pull it through. There we go. And I'm going to go back in the center. Where are we? I find it a lot trickier when I have the sharp needle. It's easier when I have the dull needles. Oh, this one went on the wrong side of this. You see there? We went on the wrong side. So I'm lifting that over and we're going through. And let's tighten everything up. Let's tighten it up a bit more. There we go. And all of a sudden I can't tie a knot. Why is that so tricky all of a sudden? I don't know what I'm doing. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Sometimes. Let's pretend I do. So let's cut them off there. And remove the clamps and remove the floofs. So this one I haven't smushed the paper, so you want to do this. This one I have smushed the paper, and releasing it, it opens a little bit but not too much, and I have no problem. This one, to press it together, takes a little bit more effort. And you see when I let go, it just whoop, like that. So that's why, to just make it more bookish, that's why you want to press them down. So I'm going to do the same here. And then we're going to go play with it. Are we? No, 46 minutes. No, we're not going to play with it today. No. It will be way too long video. But that's, anyway, that's why we press down here. Like that. And let's move on to this side. And I do a few pages at a time, just depending on how thick they are. The thicker the pages, the fewer I use. There's a lot of pages in these. Ooh, we can make a lot of fun stuff. I have so many things we need to finish off, and my health is kind of hopping up and down and up and down. So that's why you haven't seen me. If you like my videos, it might be a smart thing to subscribe and press that little bell icon so you get notified. I aim to post videos every Wednesday and Friday, but I kind of fail at that when health and life gets in between. So if you want to see the next video, you might want to subscribe and press the bell icon so you get notified when I upload videos and upload on my community page and stuff. So we made 2 little notebooks, and we're gonna play with them next time. And I'm also gonna do stuff with the sticky outy parties. So this is it. Let's zoom out a little bit like that. And we have a lot of mixed pages. We have this one. I think we did this one together. Just a little notebook. And this one I started on the outside, and I just did 2 holes because the papers were the same size. So if the papers are the same size, just do 2 holes. It's a lot easier on yourself. And yeah. But for these are very different sizes. So for this one I had a lot smaller, and the center one was very small. So I did 5 holes. This one I did 3 holes, and this one I did 2 holes. So that's the difference between them. So, and this one I started on the outside, so I ended on the outside, and these 2 I went from the inside. So there we have 3 little notebooks, and we are gonna play with them along with a lot of other journals that's on the way. We also have this one that we need to do some stuff with. We have this one. I'm gonna put some papers in this, and then we're gonna play with it. And I still have the little envelope journals and a lot of other stuff. Yes. So if my health is with me and everything is okay, I will see you again on Friday. Otherwise I will see you as soon as possible. Hope you have an amazing day, and hope it's a lot warmer where you are. Love you guys. See you soon. Bye.